We begin tonight on Capitol Hill, where House Republicans have narrowly passed a bill to raise the nation's debt ceiling. Even party leaders acknowledge the bill is nowhere close to becoming law. The House on Wednesday passed a bill to increase the debt limit by $1.5 trillion, while at the same time imposing an array of spending cuts to the federal budget. President Biden has already said he would veto the bill, and there's very little chance it'll pass in the Democrat-controlled Senate in its current form. Still, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says now is the time for the real negotiations to start.
The president can no longer ignore by not negotiating. Senator Schumer, if he thinks he's got a plan, put it on the floor.
Let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane now. Scott, so the bill is dead on arrival in the Senate. The question is, where do we go from here?
The Republicans have made their move, Jeff, by the narrowest of margins. With just really one vote to spare, they passed this Republican plan to raise the debt ceiling $1.5 trillion and cut federal spending by about $4.5 trillion. That includes money for climate control, energy tax credits, for access to nutrition programs for low-income families, for IRS employees to help process your tax forms. These types of cuts are not broadly popular with all constituencies, so Democrats believe they're just not tolerable for passage into law. But what's more, and what's underscoring all of this, Jeff, is that the White House and Democrats in the Senate say you simply don't negotiate over the debt ceiling. It's too volatile, too dangerous if breached, could trigger a massive recession if breached. And having this type of brinksmanship is inherently dangerous. And this House vote tonight, it's unclear if it's made the prospect of default more likely or less likely.
Scott, talk some more about some of those last-minute tweaks to the bill and to secure some of these votes. What is the final product?
They had to make some changes, Jeff, to some of the ethanol or biofuels credits. And when you hear the word ethanol, what state comes to mind? Iowa. There were some Iowa Republicans who had a great deal of heartburn about the proposal when it was put on the table earlier this week. Those adjustments have been made. The Iowa Republicans voted in favor of this plan. There were 4 Republicans who did not, who said this doesn't go far enough. In some cases, there were Republicans who say we need to be much more ambitious about the cuts we make to federal spending to reduce the deficits further. Now, the president and the White House have reacted to this, saying this is not going to fly, and that, again, you don't negotiate over the debt ceiling at all. That's the state of play, Jeff, with as few as 6 to 8 weeks until the prospect of default and that very dangerous deadline.
Well, they can say that, but are congressional Democrats right now firmly behind the president as he refuses to negotiate over the debt ceiling, or says he won't?
Now, that's the wedge issue, I think, at this moment inside the Democratic caucus. Should the president sit down and talk? There are some Democrats, including those who won seats that Donald Trump won in 2020 or 2016, who say perhaps this is time to sit down. Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, a now reliably red state. Democrat Manchin says the president should sit down, but there's still this number of Democratic members in Congress who say you don't negotiate over this. If there's going to be spending cuts that can get the support of both parties, you do that when it's time to set federal spending levels, when it's time to appropriate, not over the debt ceiling, which they say is like playing with financial nitroglycerin.
All right, Scott MacFarlane, thank you.